Hey everybody, we are at Myrtle Beach State Park in South Carolina, and I'm just gonna jump on my bike shortly and do a little ride around for you guys to see it. Anyway, it is a state park. We already pulled in last night. It was dark, so I couldn't really film it. But we have our Alliance Paradigm. It's like 40 feet long and our RAM 1 ton, and you can see this is the site that we have. It was actually a little kind of challenging to pull into because you pull in like here and then kind of back in. The sites are all kind of different sizes and stuff. That site there is humongous. That one there is pretty humongous. This one's tiny, obviously. But I'm gonna jump on my bike right here and then do a little kind of ride around for you so you can see the sights. It is definitely like the state park feeling. You can see, I mean, there's a playground right there or whatever, but yeah, pretty tight. I mean, you can see there's a tree like right next to this one slide. And then we had to position this other tree kind of like between the slides. Yeah, and there's no real room for our awning, obviously, because of this specific site that we're in. But it may not be like that on all the sites. There's a Class A over there, so some big rigs can get in here, but you just have to be very, very careful. And like I said, this is my walkie e-bike. I still haven't done a review on it. I'll do a review on the bike for you guys at some point. And I'm just gonna jump on my bike and then go for a little ride and show you the campground, show you the beach and stuff. And thanks. Please like and subscribe. See you shortly. Hey, so this is a site, and it was a little difficult to get into, like I was saying, but it was dark at night. It wasn't too bad. This is definitely, you know, a state park, so it has a state park feel and everything. Some of the sites are like pretty close to each other, and then some of the sites have a lot of space between them. It just, I guess, really depends on which site you're in. Most of the sites that I saw here look like they're like a 45-degree angles, like a lot of these that you're seeing here. Not all of them. Some of them might be 90-degree sites where they're even harder to get into. So I guess it really depends site to site. I don't want to give you the expectation that it's going to be easy or hard to get into. But you can see there are some very massive rigs, you know, like ours, and some Class A's and stuff. There's a pretty good size travel trailer. There's a fifth wheel on the left. These sites right here that I'm kind of showing you right now, these are on pads, concrete pads. They're the ones that are right next to the bathroom that have full hookups. And, you know, I don't know if that's something that you want to do. I mean, because usually if you go to a state park, you're kind of wanting to be, you know, in the boondocks, you're kind of wanting to have the nature feeling. So, you know, you may not need the concrete pad. That's more of like a commercial, like campground kind of feeling. So this state park is on the main strip of Myrtle Beach, and we are literally, I don't know, maybe a mile from the beach, and we will be at the beach shortly on the bike. And the really nice thing is you can walk to the beach or ride your bike to the beach, or you can even drive down to the beach if you want to, you know, like take a bunch of stuff and then just park at the beach, so to speak, and not have to deal with tons of heavy traffic or difficulty to get there. And people are leaving. It is checkout time right now. This is another one of the sites. I just decided, since there's a little traffic, to you know, ride my bike through a couple of these sites so you can see them. And you can see they're various lengths. The site that we have is water and 30 amp, and with 30 amp we can run technically 2 of our air conditioners and almost everything else at the same time. Or we can run 3 of our air conditioners because we have 3, as long as we're very careful with what else we start. Otherwise we'll like pop the breaker. Now check out this little situation coming up here. I don't know if you can see it or not. There is a Class A up there that is trying to get around somebody who parked in the road, and they're so close that they're actually touching. And I'll like maybe try to sneak up there because this guy's not going to get up there. It's a rain gutter where they're touching, and you just cannot get around them. And so what's going on is, on the left-hand side here is a dump station. And so the guy was trying to be courteous, I guess, and not block that other road that now he's blocking. But by not blocking that road, he's blocking this road. So I guess, you know, it's one of those, you know, you can't make everybody happy, I guess, because you're going to be blocking one or the other. The left side here is the dump stations. Some of the sites have hookups, some of them do not. But that's the dump stations there. Right past the dump stations is a little restroom type area, and then that's the main entrance campground store and everything, where you have to check in. So you come over this bridge here on the right that we're about to go over, like the hump or whatever, and then you have to figure out where you're going to park to check in. We parked where all these cars are. That was a huge mistake because everything is one way going in the other direction. I don't know where you're supposed to park when you come in to check in. Like, I can't figure that out, but we had to back up this where we are and then make the kind of like turn to go the other way. We had to make a U-turn basically to get to where we were going in the middle of night. So Kimberly just went up there and stopped a bunch of traffic. This is the parking for the beach right there, and there were like a dually and stuff in there, so pretty ample area. But you do have to walk this long distance. If it's not terribly long, I don't know. It's like 300 feet to get to the beach, and you can see the beach coming up. They did have signs up that said no bikes and no pets during certain dates and certain hours. It was kind of weird. I think it was like 10 to 5 between, I guess, like Labor Day and Memorial Day or whatever. Like, it was basically during peak season, during peak hours. They did not allow bikes and dogs on this beach. So that would sort of make me assume that the other way around, if you're here during off season or during off hours, it's totally fine to bring your dog and your bike down here. And I did see bikes down here, and some other bikes besides mine, and I did see some people with some dogs down here. So right now for us, it's all good. It's like 73 degrees outside-ish maybe when we're filming this video, and you're actually seeing a video filmed in October, and so this is like all kind of up to date and current and everything like that. And then I think the high today is maybe like 80 degrees, so that's early October weather. And up ahead of me is the commercial area at Myrtle Beach. So the state park is, I guess, on the southern area of this huge beach. The one kind of downfall of the state park, it is right next to the airport. It's a small airport from what I can tell. It's an international airport, but I don't know where you would fly internationally from Myrtle Beach. I'm sure there's somewhere. But anyway, it seemed like lots of small planes constantly flying overhead and landing at the airport. And because we were right like underneath the runway, basically, they're pretty low also, so they're pretty close. So yeah, but this beach is absolutely humongous. You can see, I'm just going and going and going, and it's just kind of going on. So what I'm gonna do is speed this up a little bit. Okay, so now we're at triple speed to kind of speed this the beach scenery up a little bit because I've rode my bike so far. So anyway, you can see this beach kind of goes on forever. I don't know how many miles it is, but it looks really, really incredibly large. I did notice that there were some campers up here on the right. They're going to be here shortly up there on the right. That's not part of the state park as far as I know. That's some like little kind of commercial thing that maybe I'll check into that. That seems really cool that you can keep your camper and everything camp like right on the beach. That there's kind of like the red coconut. We did some red coconut videos in Fort Myers where you can actually basically camp on the beach. So we were just about back to where we start at, and as you can see, it goes just as far in the other direction too. So we're going to get back to kind of regular speed, and then we're going to get back to the state park. Now this is really, really deep sand. I have like 4-inch wide tires, and I'm kind of struggling. So be careful in this area. And I would say it was really interesting to get into the state park with the camper being so tall. It just very tight. So if you're brand new at camping, maybe do some commercial campgrounds first before you start doing some state parks, and then when you feel a little more comfortable with driving your rig around, then do the state parks. Start doing state parks. So this is the parking area, like I was saying, and right on the right of me, that red truck is a dually long bed, and you can see there's plenty of room to park here, even if you have a bigger rig. Maybe during peak season, this parking is hard to get to, but this is the parking they offer. This little ramp thing in front of me is kind of interesting. You can back your truck up to it and then, open your bed and then pull stuff directly out of your camper, like a golf cart or something like that, let's say, if you wanted to, without having to get a ramp out or anything. That little station there is the host station. So this is where we made the mistake where we pulled in here and made a left turn when we needed to make a right turn, and we had to back up this thing and then loop to the right. And like I was saying, I don't know where exactly they had expected us to park or to go check in, because it immediately get you into these sites. But now we know. I mean, we're going to go to our site, I guess, first and unhook or something, even though that's probably not what you're supposed to do, instead of parking the wrong way, because that felt really dumb, parking in the wrong direction, to tell you the truth. So anyway, we're basically done with the video, and you've kind of gotten seen the highlights of the state park. And please like and subscribe, and we will see you guys around in Myrtle Beach. So have fun. Thank you.